2 simple words can transform your love life completely. Yes, just 2. Master them, and you'll exude confidence, clarity, and leadership, traits every woman finds irresistible. Stick with me, and I'll teach you how to use this secret to make any woman see you as the man she's been searching for. When asking her out, here's the thing: the way you approach a woman when asking her out sets the tone for how she sees you. Picture this common scenario. You're interested in her, but you're nervous. Maybe you think saying, "Hey, if you're free, we could hang out sometime," sounds polite or respectful. In reality, though, it communicates uncertainty. It feels like you're fishing for approval, unsure if your time or effort is even worth her consideration. Now compare that to this: "I want to take you out for dinner this Friday." Boom. Do you see the difference? You've taken control of the situation in a respectful yet confident way. This phrase tells her exactly what your intentions are. You're interested, you've thought about the time and place, and you're ready to lead. Women love decisiveness because it saves them from having to figure out what you want. She can focus on enjoying the interaction rather than guessing your intentions. Confidence doesn't mean ignoring her feelings or preferences. Let's say she responds, "Oh, I'm busy this Friday." A confident man doesn't crumble or backpedal. Instead, he adjusts. "Not a problem. How about Saturday instead?" This approach shows flexibility without sacrificing decisiveness. You're still leading, and you're showing her that you're a man who adapts without losing control of the situation. When starting a conversation, opening lines matter. They set the tone for everything that follows, whether you're meeting her for the first time or sparking a conversation after some initial interaction. Many guys overthink this part, crafting overly complicated or clever lines that often come off as unnatural. Others go to the opposite extreme and stay too vague, saying something like, "Hey, I was just wondering if maybe we could grab coffee sometime." Let's flip the script. Instead, try something like this: "I want to get to know you better. How about we grab coffee this week?" This statement is a game changer. Why? Because it's direct, clear, and doesn't leave room for ambiguity. You're showing interest, but you're doing so with purpose and confidence. There's no guessing, no room for confusion. She knows exactly what you mean and what you want. And here's another key. You're not just saying you want to grab coffee, you're expressing an interest in her as a person. The phrase, "I want to get to know you better," communicates that you see value in who she is. It's not just about the coffee, it's about the connection you're looking to build. That's magnetic. In relationships, once you're in a relationship, the magic of "I want" doesn't stop. In fact, it becomes even more important. Relationships thrive on communication and clarity. Too often, men fall into the trap of being overly accommodating, thinking it's the key to keeping the peace or showing love. While compromise is essential, constantly deferring to her preferences without expressing your own can backfire. It can make you seem passive or worse, indifferent. Let's reframe this. Imagine you're planning a weekend together. Instead of saying, "Whatever you want to do is fine," take the lead. "I want to spend more time with you this weekend. Let's plan something special." This simple shift does 2 things. It shows her that you value the time you spend together, and it communicates that you're invested in making the relationship meaningful. It also reassures her that you're not just coasting along, you're actively thinking about how to strengthen the bond between you. Using "I want" in relationships isn't just about making plans. It's also about expressing your emotions and desires in a way that fosters deeper connection. For instance, saying, "I want us to work on this together" during a disagreement can completely change the tone of the conversation. It turns the focus away from conflict and toward collaboration. It shows her that you're not just about winning an argument, you're about building something stronger together. Balance confidence with respect. Let's pause for a moment and talk about an essential principle: balance. Confidence is incredibly attractive, but arrogance, not so much. The way you deliver your "I want" statements is just as important as the words themselves. You're not issuing commands or demands, you're expressing your intentions with clarity and leaving space for dialogue. Here's an example. Imagine you say, "I want us to have dinner together tomorrow night." If she responds with, "I can't, I already have plans," the last thing you want to do is insist or make her feel cornered. Instead, show understanding and adaptability. No problem. How about Saturday instead? This approach communicates that you're confident without being inflexible, and it leaves her feeling respected rather than pressured. Women value a man who knows what he wants but also respects their boundaries and preferences. By balancing confidence with empathy, you show her that you're someone who can lead without dominating, a rare and highly attractive combination. Why it works. Now that we've covered the how, let's talk about the why. Why do these two little words, "I want," have such a profound impact? It all comes down to what they represent. At their core, these words signify decisiveness, clarity, and intention. They tell the world, this is who I am, and this is what I stand for. Women, like anyone else, are drawn to people who exude self-assurance. It's a natural human instinct to gravitate toward those who seem sure of themselves because it inspires trust and security. When you use "I want" effectively, you're not just expressing your desires, you're projecting a mindset. You're telling her, I'm a man who knows what he's about, and I'm not afraid to go after it. This doesn't mean you're inflexible or self-centered. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The confidence behind "I want" creates a safe space for her to express her own desires. It invites open communication because she knows you're honest and direct about your intentions. That mutual respect lays the foundation for a deeper, more meaningful connection. How to practice confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. If you're not used to expressing your desires openly, start small. Use "I want" in your everyday interactions, even in situations that have nothing to do with dating. For instance, when you're ordering food at a restaurant, don't hesitate. I want the steak, medium rare. When you're with friends, take the lead. I want to check out this new movie on Saturday. Who's in? The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. And as it becomes a habit, you'll notice a shift, not just in how women respond to you, but in how everyone around you reacts. People respect clarity and decisiveness because it simplifies interactions and builds trust. Tone and delivery matter. We've touched on this briefly, but it's worth emphasizing. How you say "I want" matters just as much as what you say. Your tone should be warm, confident, and inviting, not authoritarian or overbearing. When you say "I want to see you again," make sure it's delivered with a smile and genuine interest. Your attitude should reflect that you're not just focused on what you want, but also on creating a positive experience for her. Think of it this way. The words "I want" are like the engine of a car, but your tone and delivery are the steering wheel. They determine the direction of the interaction and ensure it stays on the right track. Use them wisely, and you'll find that these two simple words can open doors you never thought possible. Advanced techniques. As you become more comfortable with "I want," you can start using it in more nuanced ways. For instance, in a deeper stage of a relationship, you might say, I want us to spend more quality time together. How about a weekend trip? This statement doesn't just express a desire, it also shows thoughtfulness and a willingness to invest in the relationship. You can also use "I want" to navigate tough conversations. If there's a problem that needs addressing, say, I want us to talk about something that's been on my mind. I care about you, and I think this is important for us. This approach frames the conversation in a positive, constructive way, making it easier to find common ground. The challenge? Now, here's where the real growth happens. For the next 7 days, I challenge you to use "I want" at least 5 times a day. It doesn't have to be in major situations. Start small. The goal is to make this phrase a natural part of your vocabulary. Over time, you'll notice how people respond to you differently. They'll see you as someone who knows what they're about and isn't afraid to show it.